name is Tyler Haupert. I am a fifth grader at Sharp Creek Elementary. Today I am interviewing Rick Baker, who is an engineer at Ford Meter Box. I have some questions for you today.
Great.
Okay. Where do you work and how long have you worked there?
I work at Ford Meter Box. I am the facilities engineer, and I have been there 6.5 years now.
Okay. What are your jobs and duties there?
My job responsibilities are maintaining a safe environment for all of our employees. I have to make sure that the roof doesn't leak, that the air conditioning or the heating work, that the doors are secure, that the facility is clean, that the property around the facility is well maintained. I also have to make sure that all of our material handling equipment is operational and in good repair, and a lot of variety of other things that actually I'm responsible then for all of the design and management of any product or projects that we have that might entail construction, whether that's an office remodel or an addition to the building. So.
Okay. What training or education did you do to receive this job?
Well, it's kind of a varied background. I've been involved in construction almost my whole life, but I also have a degree in construction management from Purdue University. That helped me land the position at Ford in the engineering department.
Okay. How did you pay for your training?
I was fortunate to be able to work as a union laborer, so I worked on large construction projects when I was, after I graduated from high school. I did that in the summers, and I made a good enough wage at that time to be able to pay for my college with what I made in the summer. I just worked during the summer, and I made enough money then that I could pay for school, and I didn't have to work during school. And then once I was in school a couple of years, I had done well enough academically that I qualified for some scholarships, which then helped immensely.
Okay. What is the best part of your job?
Oh, golly. I get to work with a lot of great people. That's fun. I get to do what I love, which is work in the construction industry. I like to do the design and then also manage a project. I don't physically build them, but I stand back and make sure things are done how we want them and done correctly. I think that's probably the biggest part of it.
Okay. What is the hardest part of your job?
Probably trying to deal with the everyday things that pop up. I may walk into the office in the morning thinking, I'm going to do this and this and this, try and have a list in my head of what I want to accomplish. And I no more than walk in the door and get a phone call that someone doesn't have heat in their office, or we have a leak in the roof, or whatever the case may be. It's trying to handle all of those things that pop up that you're not expecting, that need to be dealt with immediately, and then shift back in and try and get back on track with the work that you know you need to do to get progress on projects that are waiting for you.
Okay. What is your typical day like on your job?
I don't think there is a typical day, mainly because of what I just spoke of, is that there's always something that comes up that you need to deal with. I arrive in the morning, and if there are no immediate needs that I have to attend to right away, then that gives me an opportunity to get out on projects that I have currently underway to see what their progress is, make sure that things are going like they're supposed to, and then go back to my office and work on the projects that are upcoming, or to be able to hit deadlines that are set out in front of me. But every day is a new day, and every day comes with new opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What tools or equipment do you use on your job?
Right now, one of the biggest things I use is just a computer and a tape measure to check things. In my former life, when I actually worked in the trades, then of course I had a whole truckload of tools. You know, in the construction industry, it takes a lot of very different pieces and parts, different tools, different machines to construct facilities just like this. So I still have them. They're all at home, nicely tucked away, but it's changed through the years.
Okay, very interesting. When you were a student, what were your favorite classes?
I've always enjoyed math. I've always enjoyed science, more the physical sciences. Not a big fan of biology, but I liked physics. Chemistry was a borderline kind of thing. But math has always been fun. And when I was in high school, I was able to, I took drafting classes. That's back when you physically drew with a pencil and a T-square and triangles. I didn't have, CAD wasn't available at that point in time. So I enjoyed doing that, and that gave me a start to get into the field that I did.
Okay. As a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I always wanted to work in construction. My entire family, my dad, my grandfather, a couple of my uncles, all were in the construction industry. So from a very early age, I was always around it and a part of it. I would work with my dad and my grandfather, just handing them stuff or cleaning things up or carrying things, whatever. So right out of the box, I just started, it's the only thing I knew. It's all I ever wanted to be. And then as I got older, I thought that I might want to get, maybe not so much work with my hands and in the trade as much as what I'd seen my dad and my grandfather and my uncle. So I thought about engineering. So I went to school and got a degree in construction management, and came back to work in a family construction business where I went back and worked in the field with my hands and physically built, just like I watched my dad do for many years, for a long time, till we got to the point where then I could go back and work in the office and use my education. So as I went through college, then, as I said, working as a union laborer, I had to work with my hands on sites and got a love for doing that, being able to use your hands to work outside, be able to help build something and get that feeling of accomplishment that someday you drive by a school and you can say, I helped build that. It's very satisfying, very gratifying.
Okay. What advice do you have for any student who wants to do your job?
Take every opportunity that you can to learn about it. There are a lot of opportunities in this area if you're motivated to look into the construction industry. The Heartland Career Center is an excellent place to be able to have an opportunity to try it, to make sure that this is a good fit for you, something that would work well. If you have an opportunity to work with someone, or maybe even job shadow someone, where you can see what it's about, see what people actually do, what's required both physically and mentally, you know. It's a good way to, another way to talk to people that are in the industry, ask them questions, see if there are ways to go.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
You know, when you ask about how I put myself through school, I brought up the point that as I was successful in college, and because of that I was able to get scholarships, which helped pay my way to school. And I know that the Wabash Promise Scholarship is an excellent way at a much younger age to be able to put in a little bit of work in school, but you get this great reward that people will put money back for you to help pay for your education moving forward. And that's fantastic, to be able to have that opportunity to put some work in now to get a benefit that is going to help you in your future. And anybody that has that opportunity, I would really strongly suggest them to take advantage of that.
Okay. Thanks for answering my questions about your career. I really enjoyed learning about it, and I think others will too.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you.